wow, what would life be without color? We have to have color. Colors everywhere, every shade of every color, to me color is a beautiful thing, sky, grass, trees, wood, and flowers, what would the world be without color? It would be not interesting, for sure. I don't think.
Color. It's everywhere. No one could imagine what a world would be like without color. It's taken for granted every day, but no one realizes the true effect of color on a human's mind. Colors can also affect humans physically. For example, red can stimulate heartbeat and blood flow. Colors are used in frequent everyday phrases. For example, I'm feeling blue, or she's seeing red. Also, don't let a black cat cross your path, as well as I just told a white lie. Red is one of the most outlandish colors we have in the spectrum.
I think that a lot of times it's associated with confidence, aggression, blood, and let's see, power, passion, and romance.
It could symbolize blood, as in anger, love.
It's a very flashy color. It cannot be missed. You cannot ignore red. It is there, so because it's like that, it's very dominating. If you use it, I know in art, if you use red, you have to be careful because it can take away from the concept of whatever you're doing. Well, I've read that it is demonstrative of creativity. It's associated with creativity a lot of times, but it's again another. It's warm. It's not hot like a red, but there's a warmth because of the sun.
A strong color, for me, orange is not one of my favorite. It might really make me edgy.
It's an active color. I think that's why a lot of times it's associated with children, and that's probably where they get the creativity from. Because you would most likely see orange in a toy store or a nursery school or something like that, like an accent wall maybe painted in an orange.
Yellow stands for joy, happiness, optimism, hope, and inspiration. And even in Asia, yellow is sacred.
Yellow symbolizes, in a rose, it symbolizes love, I believe. Street signs, yellow is always the international color of warning.
Yellow is good for mental activities and as well as providing an optimistic environment.
Green, to me, right away is nature, growth. I know that's an association with green a lot. It is calming in most shades. Give or take like your St. Patty's Day green, which is kind of obnoxious, like your Irish green. But even still, and that's not as jolting as I would say a bright orange might be.
Blue can relay a variety of different feelings. It can vary from peace and tranquility to calmness and sadness.
Blue can symbolize sadness.
Blue is also believed to slow down your heart rate.
Purple, as I've read, is majesty and spirituality, and there's definitely a romance associated with purple. But again, different shades of purple can make you feel different things. Like a light lavender or a light lilac color is calming, but there's something about deep purples that are very beautiful.
Through research studies, it has been proven that red tends to stimulate the appetite, while blue tends to suppress appetite. To try to prove this fact true, I went around to several students in Communications High School asking the following question. If I came to you with 4 popsicles with the following 4 colors, red, orange, blue, and purple, and I did not tell you the flavors, which one would you pick to eat?
Red, probably. I would go for the blue one.
Red, hands down, definitely.
Purple all the way.
I would pick orange.
Purple.
For my experiment, 4 people chose purple, 6 people chose orange, 7 chose blue, and an overwhelming 15 chose red. Colors can affect people's moods as well. For example, yellow produces a happy feeling, while blue can make you feel calm, sad, and lonely.
Color can have a lot of different effects on the way people view things. It can affect their mood, it can affect emotion. It does definitely have a psychological end to it.
I think they affect people's moods because you associate a color with an emotion. And I think when a color that you associate with a positive emotion, makes you feel good. Something that's negative or frightening, obviously brings you down.
The choice of color people wear can also determine what type of personality that person has.
I would say there are definitely a spectrum of color that most people would wear to work, to school. And it's usually not bright, loud colors. It's not your, I would say it's more your browns, your blacks, you don't often see a lot of people walking around with yellow pants. And if you do, it's probably very reflective of their personality, I would say. You can kind of tell what kind of personality somebody has by the colors they choose and how they dress.
I mean, I think of some of the rock stars or stars that are out there, these wild with the pink, incredibly pink hair and, the big white boots or, scarves that are wild colors are definitely, look at me, very, very much focused on themselves because they want you to see them. They want to stand out. They want that attention. They crave that. See me, see how outrageous I'll be just so you'll look at me.
I know that when, if you wake up on a dreary day, and it's raining outside, for whatever reason, I unconsciously will always put on light pants. And I always end up getting mud on them. So, and I always wondered to myself, why is that? Well, it's probably because it's already so gloomy outside that sometimes wearing a brighter color or an outfit that you love really makes you feel better.
People who definitely dress so that they blend in with the landscape and are not noticed. And then there are some people like me who like to dress in solid colors for slimming purposes. So, I think for sure color is a reflection of our personality, but it's not, even though it's a reflection, it is not really our personality. It's just a one way we express our personality, but who we are as a person cannot be determined by the clothes we wear.
Color is a factor that is very important to use in advertising. Colors can sell your product as professional or silly, for children or adults.
As marketing's concerned, packaging could definitely influence what brand somebody might lean towards. I also think when you have a choice of colors of a certain item, certain things pop to you depending on your personality, depending on how you want to be viewed. Do you want it to be something fun? Do you want it to be something serious, professional? That would definitely sway what you would buy one product versus another. I think when marketers are trying to choose a color for their product or for their advertisement, the first thing that they have to think about is who's their target, from age and also type of person that you're trying to bring in, personality-wise, because colors definitely do appeal to age brackets one way and also to different personality types.
While color is something we see in everyday life, we don't realize the powerful effect it has on humans. What most people don't think about is what would the world be like without color? Most likely bland, dull, and uninspiring.
I think a world without color, boy, that just sounds sad. It's definitely fun every day to see what people are wearing. It's definitely more fun when you're going down the aisles that everything isn't in a plain white box. It does make a big difference. It does make a big impact on how we conceive things, and I think that, you know, a world without color would be very dull, very sad.
With colors around us constantly, we don't realize how much of a special effect it has on us.
It's just a side of life that I don't necessarily need to understand, but that I'm appreciative every day of being able to experience.
Color is a beautiful thing and can certainly define anything in the world.